All right, I've gone ahead and set the Z order for all of these things back to 0, all of the assets back to 0, because I want to show you the real way. Now setting the Z order different for each of those that works, so you could do that. But you probably want to do things the best way. And so I'm going to show you how to do that, and it's using the Sprite Renderer sorting layer. Now right now you can see that this sprite has a sorting layer as default, but you can add sorting layers, and you can either go there or you can go under the Edit menu, choose Project Settings, Tags and Layers, and then here we have Tags, Sorting Layers, and Layers. I'm going to close this one up, open this one here, and actually if you go here and then Add Sorting Layer, you get to the same spot. Okay, take you to the same spot either way. I'm going to click the plus button here, and then we're going to add one called Background, and I'm going to add another one called Midground, and one of it called, wait for it, Foreground. All right, now I'm going to go back and choose, let's see, I'm going to choose the Sky Tile Sprite. That is the cloudy sky thing in the background. And right here in Sprite Renderer, I'm going to set Sorting Layer to Background. Now, when I do that, I'm not sure anything will change. You can see right now that this ice block is missing, and the ground over here is missing. It's behind that. I don't know that anything will change at this point because we might have to set the sorting layer on those, but I'm going to go ahead and change that. Oh, it brought the sorting layer, or it brought the background as a sorting layer. It's the only one that actually has a sorting layer right now. So let's go ahead and select all the planks and the ice sprites. And the way I'm doing that is I am holding down the Command key, or I believe also on Windows it would be the Control key, and then just choosing planks and ice sprite. And then I'm going to set those for, let's see, I'm going to set those as midground. Okay, and they are all popped to the front there. And I'm going to go with the main camera we leave alone. Grass though, and let's see, grass and grass is going to be, I think it's going to be midground on this also. And just for the fun of it, I'm going to take the ball sprite and the weight sprite and set those as foreground. All right, now if we save that and go new scene to clear that out and then load it again, yeah, everything is there just the way that we want it. Let's make sure that it all still works. Okay, so basically what we did was we created 3 different layers, and as we put a new asset into the game, we're just going to set the sorting layer. Now, the sprite renderer, that is the thing that renders the image onto the screen. It draws the beach ball, it draws the sky, it draws the ground. So every object on the screen that you see in this scene has a sprite renderer. The sprite renderer says, which one should I load first? And it's going to base that off of the sorting layer. Now, how do we know whether it's this one first or this one first? Basically, as you start from layer 1 and go down, layer 1 is going to be drawn first. Everything that is in the background layer, or layer 1 for the sorting layer, is going to be drawn on the screen first. Then it goes to everything that's in layer 2, then everything that goes into layer 3. And we can actually move that, and you can see as I move this down, layer 1, the background, we move it to the front, everything else is hidden behind it. I move it back one here. Now you can see that the 2 things that were in the foreground, the ball and the weight, they come to the front. And then I'm going to go ahead and move the background back to the back, and everything is in front of that now. So basically just add the layers that you need, and then as you add objects to the hierarchy, as you add sprites and images and things like that, set those to the correct sorting layer. Now here's a little tip for you. Your prefabs, you can go ahead and I'm going to select plank here, and sorting layer for that is, what did we decide on those? Midground was those. Once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and save this scene, and now anytime I drag a new plank into the scene, you can see that the sorting layer is midground. So when you're creating your prefabs, go ahead and put them in the correct sorting layer, and then as you use them to build your scene, you won't have to reset that each time later on.